Naya Company. You see he's on the right. He is up a game. Emma Handy, 32 on the leaderboard. She is playing Kiki Cord. This is the same build that Hoagland is playing today, so a full set of cards like Nahiri the Harbinger.
Yeah, full up on Nahiri. He's got a couple of blue cards. They've moved away from black mana and into some Deceiver Exarch and Glenalandra Archmage.
So Naya Company, the deck by Todd Stevens here. This is a deck that he's been playing for a while. He has multiple top 8s with it, and he's really the only person who plays a lot of this deck. It is really what I guess you'd expect out of a Naya deck. It's very, very efficient creatures without much glitter around them at all. You know, it's this sort of strategy I think has historically not been good in Modern. Because it's very fair, you know.
Yeah.
I'll talk about the combo decks that I like to play and say, like, I'm not scared of Naya Company, you know. There's a lot of decks doing really degenerate things that don't mind about it. But then you get these decks like Kiki Court that aren't completely broken, and Emma's not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Todd's creatures here. They're going to be too large.
Right. So one spot in particular where I feel the Naya Company could be disadvantaged in Modern, if Abzan Company was a very big deck, if you have 2 Collected Company decks, one of them has a combo kill, one of them is attacking with Wild Nacatl and Knight of the Reliquary, I would have to imagine that the combo-oriented build would be favored in a matchup like that. Well,
not really. So Todd's deck has 4 Lightning Bolts, 4 Path to Exile, and then a Dromoka's Command, and then in the main, sometimes that's enough removal. Just if he kills maybe 1 or 2 relevant pieces, then the 4/4s come in and beat up the rest of the way.
Yeah, he has a clock, and you know some games it doesn't take a lot of disruption to stop them from comboing, and if they're not comboing, their creatures are not very exciting.
Yeah, you would think, you know, you talk about it on paper and you say, yeah, this would have a tough time against Abzan Company, but you find yourself doing that in every matchup, saying like, man, this seems bad against just about everything. But then Todd's results, you know, 6th on the leaderboard right now. They really do speak for themselves.
Yeah. True enough.
You see this, a lot of big names in Magic. When I think of these like mid-rangey Naya decks, you know, you'll see like your Brian Kiblers or Ben Rubins playing these style of decks. Todd Stevens really in that same vein.
Yeah, in Indianapolis, he was playing the Bantal Eldrazi deck. He had a hand in that, and the decks are somewhat similar. There's big green creatures and a different cast of supporting spells. Yeah,
the idea that your turn 1 is for playing Noble Hierarch, and then your deck is, you know what, 4 to 7 mana creatures, 20 or so 3s and 4 drops, and then 10 or so good kill spells. And a Kessig Wolf run. So for Todd, he's on the draw. Emma starts out on Hallowed Fountain. Todd, it's Noble Hierarch. Emma's first play on turn 2 will be Wall of Omens. She'll draw a card. Noble Hierarch's so good in these Naya-style decks, though.
Especially in these green creature mirrors. Being the player with the Hierarch just sets you apart. It's like playing Cube and being the person that draws Mox Emerald.
It's my least favorite Mox because it's green, but I still play it because it's a Mox.
It's my second least favorite Mox.
Pearl's the worst.
How did you know?
Turn 2, Blood Moon from Todd Stevens. Now, fortunately for Emma, she naturally had her basic forest in play.
Yeah.
But this is going to hurt.
So the deck does have a second basic forest and a plains. There's a mountain, but who cares about that one? So from here, she has yet to present a mana creature. Todd does have a mana creature, so Todd's mana development is going to be a lot easier.
Emma played a Spellskite, pass the turn. Todd, of another land and pass of his own, had a Chandra Pyromaster in hand, but I'm thinking he's going for Collected Company.
Yeah, I spotted the Chandra. I didn't see the company, but as soon as he passed turn, I figured it must have been there, and here it is.
6 cards from Todd there, Tarmogoyf and Noble Hierarch. Tarmogoyf currently a 1/2.
Todd cleverly
2/3.
cracked a fetch land before casting Blood Moon. Made sure the land type would be in the graveyard.
So Tarmogoyf can exalt up to a 4-5 here, and it'll do just that, putting Emma down to 16. Keep in mind, she can still combo kill Todd through a Blood Moon.
Yeah. She's not completely shut out of the game on paper. Perhaps the cards that she has drawn have put her in a particularly precarious situation. The Blood Moon is very good. It's not unbeatable abstractly.
Todd will follow up with Chandra and Tarmogoyf, dealing 1 damage to Emma with the Chandra. Go back to her turn. She draws Voice of Resurgence, but with no Birds of Paradise in play, the Blood Moon is shutting her out of the game right now.
As Blood Moon is wont to do.
Yeah, I've been on the other side of this a couple times. It's Chandra will 0. Todd nets a Wooded Foothills. 1 Tarmogoyf exalts up to 4-5.
Yeah, attacking with both wouldn't accomplish anything. You could use Chandra to make it so one of these creatures couldn't block, but then you're only getting in for 2 points.
He'll follow up with Knight of the Reliquary and 3rd Tarmogoyf. And pass. And you see smiles on Emma's side, knowing, well, here's Birds of Paradise. All right.
What do you think about that, Todd?
Looks like she's drawn the mana source. Now she needs him to not kill it with Chandra. Which
a tall order.
He sees the play, however.
He's so sharp.
Redirects to Spellskite. All right, Emma goes to 9.
And so now the Spellskite can't block this turn.
Yeah, there wasn't a yes. Spellskite can't block.
Todd
he pushes
says,
that one
Get
back.
out of here. Fool me once. Shame on you.
These 2-3 Tarmogoyfs, a trio of Tarmogoyfs, puts Emma down to 3. Voice of Resurgence. Okay, correction was put to 2. There was a Chandra resolution. It's not a mistrigger because Todd successfully remembered that Spellskite couldn't block, so they have to award him the damage.
If Emma suspends Greater Gargadon and casts Balance on this turn, sacrificing all of her permanents in response.
The Chandra's still in play, right?
Right. Then she's just dead to Elemental Token Chandra.
Yeah. So it doesn't work.
Okay, I'm out of ideas.
All right. Deceiver Exarch, untapping Birds of Paradise.
Maddox and Paul Whitcomb, please report to customer service, please.
Birds of Paradise casts
Maddox and Paul
Wall of
Whitcomb,
Omens.
please report to customer service.
Emma passes, but I believe she's dead on the board here. There's 5 attackers, 4 blockers, and she's at 2.
Right.
And
there's also 1 fewer blocker given the Chandra.
Right. Chandra pluses. One of Emma's creatures can't block. Todd can swing the team. And that will do it. Game and match goes to Todd Stevens. So he is your winner. 2-0, improves to 5-2 on the tournament. For Emma Handy, that will be her 3rd loss. She will drop to 4-3 and will be eliminated from the Open.
Yeah, just a real fun way to go out, getting Blood Mooned. Everybody loves that kind of magic.
Oh, that's great.